it belongs.
Yeah, but I can't actually.
Ow.
Because
Can't you
it would
just edit the images with like just?
Yeah, I would have to add it on the images, like each individual image. And I don't have the. Yeah, I don't have the time at the moment. But if someone asks, I will say where I got the picture from. I do have the source from them.
Well, yeah, I mean, just like you can just. Can't you overlay things? Because you can just take a screenshot.
I can take a
just with the
screenshot
name
on, yeah.
and then just paste it over
I can
it,
pay.
right?
I can post a little text where it says all pictures comes from Discord.
Well, yeah, but like it'd be basically what I'm saying is it's nice if you have, for instance, the list with names, sort of things like that. Like even if there's a way for
Oh
somebody
yeah,
just
yeah.
go,
Okay, I got you.
all right, I made a thing,
Huh?
and now you find me because somebody has that thing here.
I don't know. Let me see if I can find the names of the pictures again. Actually, there's one, or no, a few pictures I don't know who the creator is because it's posted by dev.
Sorry?
It's yeah, we're live by the way.
Oh hey.
It's actually working. Give me a second. I'm just gonna turn off your audio. Oh, it actually works. Jesus. Okay, so I can pull up. You got the link, or you can press my name. You'll see. Say that I'm live. Let me just
yes.
get a. I'm trying to type the things out. Oh, weird. We're the only one streaming Dauntless. I wonder why.
Yeah, fair.
Let me see here. Source. Add new source. Names. Miri. Oh, pictures are created by Miri. Who else do we have? Miri was the first. Then I stole a picture from Tuith. I butchered that. I'm so sorry. I feel bad when I butcher names, especially when people butcher mine. And then Kidding. It's actually you got tagged. You got tagged in this one.
Oh, that's fair. Let me see.
Oh wait, who is this? This picture created by. Oh, that was media as well. Okay, perfect. And then there was a lot of pictures created by Dev, Amber, Duran. When I don't know if it created, but it was. You know what I mean. He posted it, so I can't go from anything else. Oh, actually, Gideon made this.
Oh.
Oh, perfect. But it doesn't. It does say Gideon actually made a lot of these. Perfect. I'm just gonna delete Ember and then. Who else do we have? Jesus Christ! I'm just rolling up and down on my mouse. There's nothing really happening. Okay, perfect. That should be everyone. I should have added it now. Just a little thing at the bottom saying pictures created by. Perfect. We don't have to go over the top by using everything.
Exactly. Yeah, that's nice.
Well, let's check the patch notes. I haven't looked at them for this one reason.
Let me see patch notes.
I can pull them up on stream as well. I should probably do
yeah, you probably should.
Let me pull them up in a second. Over here, let's just add a source. Let's add a window. Let's just do this, and then add Chrome. Perfect. And then after that, we'll.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, yeah, what's up?
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Good.
Hey, that seems bugged.
Why is it black? Jesus. Remove.
How do you earn permissions in this?
Huh?
Is there any way to or not?
What do you mean?
Like, earn like just roles, I guess.
Okay. Well, there's a few roles which you can just take, which are the sword user, I think pike user, axe user, basically what weapon you use.
Yeah, I was on about more like
Yeah.
roles that like I can
shit,
help
I
out
missed that. Give me a second.
with.
Who the fuck? Come on. Commander Rude, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Let's just pull this up here. Perfect.
But yeah, no. Basically, what it boils down to is, so all the weapons you can use, and then there's a subscriber role which will give you access. So it will allow us to ping you. So when there's news, we'll send you basically an add everyone without actually adding everyone, because that's annoying.
Only adding the
Yeah.
people that actually wants the message.
Exactly. That's
So there's
that's all.
so there's no way to get like moderator or anything like that.
No, being a good person.
No. Well, yeah, of course, yeah.
Always
There-
be a
but
good
no,
person.
There's not currently some team looking for more moderation. No.
Perfect.
If anything, we probably have too many.
Oh, you're gonna get demoted now. Perfect. Yeah, there you go. Let's look at the patch
Yeah,
notes.
this is
we
how it
got
ends.
here. Let's look at the patch notes. Let's look at them together. Everyone stay in one group and look at them together. Okay, so we have something new here. That's actually nice. Let me just extend this. Fit to screen. Perfect. Okay, let's see what we got. You're here, sir?
Yes, I am here. Do you want to just move down to one of the close channels?
Oh yeah, sure.
All right, see you in a bit then.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right.
See ya.
We'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit, man.
Hello.
Okay, perfect.
Who doesn't do us? Nobody can bother us here.
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
That one too, mate.
So-
Please say thank you for the follow. It's the guy we just talked to. Nice dude. We'll come back to you in a second. Don't worry. We'll just run with the patch notes real quick.
Yes. Bunch of stuff. Starting, I think, with the damage text and numbers, which
Yeah.
will now be easier to read. Huzzah!
That's actually a good thing.
Well, it's something that's interesting because sort of in the start of this game, right? There used to be this bright yellow monster that popped out that was like super
Yeah.
readable. And then they changed them to be more stylish, and they just lost a lot of readability.
Yeah,
and now it's
I feel like they got
slowly
that,
coming back.
that comic, when you like read an old comic book and then
Yeah.
saw those pow poo.
Yes,
I don't know how
yes,
else to describe
exactly.
it, but it got more like vibrant from there, and now they changed it to more like easable, like clearer and easier to read numbers, which is gonna be extremely good for us, like trying to like keep up how much damage are we doing, like outputting at the second.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be perfect.
Yeah, I feel like sort of the big thing with this will be it is sort of just a step back of what we sort of had, and there will be a lot more clarity there, which is good.
Yeah, and then
Well,
we get
character creation things, that's good. Which
yeah.
is interesting because character. Okay, so before this patch, before the patch actually was announced and the patch notes came out, a lot of requests were on the Q&A that they did, or actually are doing still. And a lot of them were about the character creator, actually. Like, can we finally get a way to make ourselves look nice? So it's super good to see that not only have they sort of listened to us in the QA, but apparently they predicted that we would have this opinion, and they just immediately went straight to the point and had a patch
Yeah.
up and running. So that'll be cool.
We're gonna love this when we need to look at this. It's gonna be dope. I hope they're gonna
Yes.
have like a lot more than just not being able to pick, a dad and a mom, and then you have to use it as a slider. They're gonna have a lot more improvement on it, and we're gonna have a lot more we're gonna have the ability to create a lot more fun characters for like the people that use Dauntless to do fashion, because there are some people that are really heavy on that, and if they don't have that, they're gonna lose the interest for it. So it's gonna be a really good addition to Dauntless, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, it's a smaller patch, though.
But still, there are
Yes.
a lot of good things in here.
Yes, like no longer being bald, right? Like,
Yes,
darn, it's finally
it's
getting
gonna.
fixed.
It's so annoying.
Talking about fashion, there you go. We can
Yeah,
finally
talking
see
about
our own
fashion.
hair again. Is this the improvement that they're bringing out? Is this just the same thing written
Yeah,
down twice?
it's basically the same thing. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, bugs on Karabakh will be fixed. Well, that was obvious. They
Oh
already
yes.
posted that a week ago.
Yeah. And then players
I
can now
think-
skip ahead to any level in the hunting pass instead of advancing one level at a time.
Okay, so Xani's gonna like that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he must have pressed this button 50 times or so.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane.
I sadly
there-
skipped too many levels, to be honest.
I can only
Jesus.
yeah, oh definitely. Yeah. This is like a whale quality of life change.
Yeah.
If you have too much money, you will like this.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Everyone else will
nice.
Be like, eh. Let's see.
Pull up the wrong thing.
Repeaters are finally getting some love, which I think is
Ooh.
good. Because the mine is now able to explode when it hits a behemoth, like right away.
That's gonna be
Instant-
so much more nice than because a lot of the time the behemoth just basically runs into it and it does get knocked, but sometimes it also just destroys it before it's done charging.
Exactly, yeah. So there will be a lot more time in which we can just use the mines to interrupt instead of having to continuously sort of struggle with them, and they're not quite worth it because you keep having the beam of destroying them anyway, or they won't stand on them at all, which is also annoying. Now you can basically just take your mine and throw it into his face, and then it will boop, which is what you want. So
It's gonna
yeah,
be
seems
dope.
good.
I'm gonna use the repeaters
Although,
afterwards again.
Am I correct though? I think the mines, the way they work is if they're empowered, so if it has been on the ground for a while, that's when it actually boops. So I think you can't exactly throw it into its face. I think you still have to
Yeah.
time it, but at least you'll get some damage, which is always
Yeah,
nice.
but if it's already staggered, like, it already has a staggered percentage high, it could potentially boop.
Exactly, yeah. Let me see. What else do we have?
We have empowered state colors in the repeater. Yeah. We already know this. They should no longer be green. Perfect.
Oh yeah.
They really reworked the repeaters. Like, to be honest, there's a whole paragraph about it.
Yeah,
Paragraph.
I'm surprised as well. Like repeaters are getting a lot of quality of life changes.
Yeah, a lot of love. That's nice.
Yes, it definitely is. It's been a while, so they definitely could use some more polish, especially when you look at sport now. Like repeaters just feel a lot worse.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so the first 4 Huns will be having the tutorials reworked to
Oh yeah.
at least try and attempt and teach some stuff to players, such as
Yeah.
the way lanterns work.
Yeah.
Seems good. No comment, basically.
I actually, one of the things, like, in some games they have the tutoring system where you can get a higher tier player could come and tutor and be the teacher of a player, which could actually be a fun part to Dauntless, because there are the high tiers, the one that are at the Maelstrom, that actually have the knowledge. I know a bunch that are willing to even help and be teachers to lowers. I've done it myself. And it's just a great way to help the community, because we always get more and more players, and the more players we come there, the more knowledge we will need it to be sent out. So all are going to have the same amount of fun, and we're all going to have a great time and not be a cancer community.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think in that sense, having it be a 50 health shield, which is the example here, right? I think that's a good start, sort of, to at least get the game a little clearer. But I agree. I think a system like a tutoring system would promote some more team play in Dauntless, because the current state is very divided, right?
Yeah.
Players aren't really playing together as much.
Yeah, but yeah. And then we have fixed a bug that prevented some Skarn and Rockfall Skarn's attack from doing damage to Slayers while in enraged state. I've actually tried this, but I don't think it was the same thing. But I actually used a hammer to launch myself on top of the Skarn and actually stay there and not being able to take any damage at any point. And it was just basically hammering into it.
Oh, wow.
It's actually a great tactic, but I wouldn't recommend it. You do far too less damage. You have to always use a ground boop.
Yeah, because you're continuously bouncing as well, of course. Yeah.
No other comment there for me.
Me neither.
Then we have the
Simple
fixed. Yeah, we have a bug fix here again that caused the gamepad users to lose their focus after interacting with the general help menu, or using the "Help, I'm stuck" option.
I think this is sure the perfect irony.
Yeah.
You are stuck and you're having a gamepad, and now you can't press the "Help, I'm stuck" button
Yeah,
due to
kind
a
of
bug.
irony. That's
I
actually
mean, that
funny.
is just perfect.
That's actually fucking glorious. Oh my god, my neck. There we go. Okay, you gonna take the next one?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna run over this one quickly though.
Yeah.
Well, Hunt Pass will be more responsive on the claim rewards button. Sure, that works. I think Valamir is down here with a lot of changes though.
Yeah, I've seen it already. It's insane.
So I first want to do the Frost Flowers bug and then go over the bug for Valamir and all other changes they made to him. So that's sort of packaged together. So for the Frost Flowers, they'll get a partial incorrect reset, which means that if you got your flowers today, you're gonna get 10 more, which is super nice. So you get basically double the points, and from here on out, you should no longer be able to gather more than 10 flowers per day, which I think the developers will appreciate. I sort of regret this because this was a nice bug, but you know what can you do?
Sometimes you should just leave it in. Yeah.
It's a feature.
Yeah, it's a feature now. It's not a bug anymore. And then we got the Valamir. Here's a lot of changes to the Valamir. Why did they divide it? They could just have done like one Valamir section. So now the Valamir will no longer teleport to the same location it's already standing in. Jesus. I've never actually had that happen for me, but
I've had it happen quite frequently. I
You
think it has
have?
something to do. Yeah, I think it's like a damage threshold, and then it would immediately sort of flee again, so to speak.
Yeah, okay.
And it was kind of weird, but at the same time, so the cool thing that you got with this is he would fly up, and Slayers the first time you'd be confused, right? So you would walk to the location he was standing, and then he would land on your head and deal a bunch of damage. So it felt like a sort of trick move that he did on you. But apparently this was not intended, so they're fixing it. I think it's sort of a shame on the one hand. On the other hand, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And then the next one, Valamir's satellites. Ooh. Will not correctly target Slayers at all ranges. See, that's a good thing, but the one thing that stands a bit out of me is the word satellites. See, this triggers my curiosity. This is gonna be fun. Ooh, yeah. We're gonna come into this later.
Yeah, and it's also one of these cases of it correctly targets Slayers at all ranges. That sort of part of me gives me the feeling that it didn't always hit or target you when it should. But I feel like, at least in my experience, I never had a feeling where the satellites couldn't properly target me, right? So maybe I just didn't experience this as much.
Yeah, it could have been that.
Or maybe they're talking about the moment where if he has the dome up and he's enraged, if you're on the outside, if you stand close enough, you could avoid getting damage, even though the laser clearly hit you.
Yeah.
So that may be what they're talking about here. I'm not entirely sure though. It may actually be another fix.
Yeah, it could be. And then we have the next one. Slayers affected by more than 6 buff will now be able to see all buff icons. They'll no longer be incorrectly hidden. See, this is good for people that are using like Evasive Fury and Wild Frenzy and all of those, and when they use potions and they get a lot of buffs. This is going to be perfect. Because before the icons were just stacking on top of each other and it was going to be really chaotic. This is going to be a good thing.
True. So on the one hand, I'm happy about this. On the other, I didn't really care because, to be fair, like all the better builds, right? They don't use that many effects often. Like it's mostly for the more meme-ish builds that have this.
The
and especially potions, right?
The Guardian.
Yes, Fortress. Exactly.
Yeah.
I do like it though. I think it adds some clarity, and I think this is something that we requested before, where we want more clarity from the icons. Things like the hunger, right? Or just what is it when you're low health?
fuck
Rage.
my hand.
So I think it will be good to see that they're looking at those icons and that they're actually improving that. Because
Yeah.
that's definitely something we've been asking for over the course of months. So it's
Mm.
good to see this being in the works.
Yeah, perfect. And then we have a little here to the hunger. I think this got a pretty big update already. Some updates back when it got a. Yeah, it also
Yeah,
got a bit. The special
it got
meter will no
reworked
longer
with the
be.
sword.
Yeah, it got reworked. Like all the swords did, but the hunger just became a beast.
Yeah, it did. It's finally you can use it, which I think is
Yeah.
interesting, right?
Could we rename
it's
it to
still
the
not great.
beast?
The beast. Well, no, that's not the goal, right? It is
Yeah.
you are the beast and you have the hunger.
Yeah. You're hungry for some war.
Exactly.
Okay. So the hunger special meter will no longer be drained by umbral corruption. I actually don't have the hunger, so I don't know what the fuck. I don't know any bugs
Yeah.
with it. I never actually
It-
bothered to go get it.
I never knew this was a thing. I have it. I used it for a bunch when the sword update came out. But I didn't really have had the moment and chance to fight any Umbral behemoths with it, so I never got the Umbral corruption on me.
Yeah.
Which means I never noticed this, but it's a good fix regardless, because it makes the hunger more viable, even
All the
more than
fixes are
already.
good, but some are just better than others. But
Yeah,
we
I'd say
could
this is
that
less
box that
spectacular.
caused frost flowers to partially and incorrectly reset. We could live with that. It's a
exactly.
feature.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So now we got a bug. They fixed a bug. Oh, weird. They fixed a bug that causes the Valomere to retain its horn hitbox after the horn was severed. And
Yes.
I don't know what
Which
that
is
quote is.
so
Exercise. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
the interesting part about this is that means that if you break the horn now, you can no longer hit the horn when he's in his enrage. Which is on the one hand a good thing, because you will no longer be able to hit him. Well, you shouldn't, right?
Yeah.
At least half the time. On the other hand, it's kind of a bummer, because it allowed you to, even when you were outside, you could still hit the horn, even when you'd already broken it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see how that turns out and changes the fight.
Isn't that like the Embermane? When you break the Embermane's horn, it still keep it in its range mode, or is that because the horn gets recreated by the flames?
Yeah, no, the horn gets recreated by the flames. That's why.
That's what they want us to believe. They probably did it on accident.
Well, they made a whole bunch of particles for it, so.
Yeah. They just ran with it. Okay.
Exactly.
And we Valomir, I can't still pronounce his name. Jesus Christ, Vladimir. Valomir's heal over time buff icon, when not corrected, disappear if Slayer is downed while it's inactive. Perfect. I've never tried this either. I feel like I've been missing out.
Oh, I have. And
Yeah.
it's rather confusing because you have the icon sort of, it's still ticking that while you're on the ground, but it's not giving you any health. And as somebody who frequently dies, then revives to not actually revive due to bugs, this was always one of these cases of, oh no, am I bugged out right now? Right? Can I still revive? So it's good to sort of have a little more clarity there.
Yeah, I see. That's good. So, what are the next thing we have? We have improved readability of nameplates on screen. Perfect. I feel like there was like that Arial text before. It was not even that fancy. Now it is. Oh, hopefully.
Yeah.
That's gonna be good. It'll be definitely an improvement. Do you have a cuckoo clock in the background?
Yes, actually, I do.
I hear that. That's funny.
It is 8 p.m. here. If you count the
it's 8:03 here. Okay, and they fixed a bunch of bugs and a bunch of art and visual bugs in Ramsgate. That's what we want.
One of the things I found notable is that they fixed the Sender and Stone bug, in which you could fall off, and then you would respawn on a cliff and fall off, and it was not so great. So you'd be in this loop, and you'd have to use the help I'm stuck button. So it's good that they fixed that one. Now, for the more interesting part, there's the Q&A that's been going around, right?
Yeah.
And the forums have been asking quite a few questions, some of which I thought had some interesting sort of answers given
Oh,
to
wait. Can you send that? I'll pull it up.
Yeah, sure.
I actually didn't. I've been busy with some work, so I haven't.
There you go.
I see.
It has a whole bunch of answers, so I'm just gonna run over some of
let's
the questions
just-
and the answers they got.
Let's see what we got here. The weekly feedback reflect. I never read these actually.
Yeah, well, so they used to be quite boring and bland and didn't really reflect much.
Yeah.
But I spoke to the community manager and Reflex did as
Oh,
well.
you talked to
Actually.
Bun.
Yes, we did actually. And one of the things they told us is that sort of starting next year, they want to really sort of get back on it and make those reflections actually reflect things that we talk about again. Which is super nice and super good news to hear. And sort of that is their goal of this QA is
Yeah.
they want to be a lot more open and sort of want to really show like, hey, we're still out there, right? Because they've been sort of grinding heads down for a while now.
Yeah.
And that was really visible in the reflectors because the reflectors were not really reflecting the right things anymore. So now they're really gonna get back on that, fix all these issues, properly reflect again.
Okay, let's see some of the questions. Let's go through that actually before we finish the patch note.
Yeah, sure.
Or we can finish the patch note, whatever we want.
Um,
Let's finish the patch. There are not a lot left.
Yeah, exactly. We can
Gods.
quickly go over them. Most of them are fixes.
Okay.
Let's see, what did we have?
We have some Valomir here. Some added a new interrupt animation to the Valomir's ether charge circuit.
Yes, so the Ether charge cycle is an interesting one. I didn't even realize he had one until I
Me
got
neither.
sort of read the patch notes. Apparently, he will go in Ether charge if you don't hit him for a while. So
Oh.
if you wait long enough, he'll get mad.
And we have a new rage exit animation for the Valomir.
Yes.
This is nice. I love
Exactly.
when they run when they're in rage. It's like that little kid on the playground. When you hit him once, he just runs off crying.
Valamir in general is an interesting one because he actually sits down like a puppy.
Oh, he
If
does?
you check him out, yeah, he does. Yeah, if he's enraged,
Ooh.
he will sit down on his hind legs, and it's just like a puppy sitting there, like, I don't want to get bullied by slayers. It's so good.
Yeah, we're still in downtime, so we have good time. It should be 90 minutes, so we have 30 minutes left or so. Okay, and then they added a new tail break animation for the Valamir. That's also gonna be nice. I love when they add new animations. It's gonna make the game feel more like alive, besides like being stiff.
Fair. Yep, I agree. I'm not sure how much Valamir needs animations as much as just more abilities, right? Sort of more things he can do. But maybe animations are the answer to him just feeling a little bland.
It might also be because the Valomir is a new, like, it is a new behemoth, and we just have to get used to it for a while. And then when we get used to it, it'll probably become more like, okay, it'll become more obvious that it's okay, this behemoth is actually hard, but it's just because the Valamir is not like the Embermane or the Gnasher. It doesn't attack physically. It is more of the special attacker. It's more using AoE attacks like the laser show or whatever. It's more centered around targeting every single slayer instead of the single slayer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he definitely feels more like a raid boss because of this.
Yes. Okay. And they fixed the bug that caused the weather to behave strangely when a cinematic was playing. I actually never noticed this.
Me neither. I've already seen all cinematics in the game, so
add more Phoenix Labs. Hear this. Add more.
yes. There's a simple solution to this. Add more cinematics.
Yes. We want to see that bug, but now you fixed it. You ruined our life. Okay. I mean, they fixed the spot in whatever that. Where's that? That must be.
It's the cliff one I talked about.
Oh yeah. Okay. Got stuck after falling off a cliff. That's not nice. What?
No, the annoying part is it's somewhere in the middle where if you would fall down, you would continuously keep falling down repeatedly, which is super annoying.
That's not
so you had
fun.
to help him stuck.
And then they fixed a bug that causes a hunt pass to show incorrect level when viewing previously obtained rewards. I've actually experienced this, and it's annoying as fuck.
Okay, I haven't.
What?
So it's like when you sort of scroll back. Is that when this happens?
No, it's basically just when you open the hunting pass, and you just see, and all the rewards you already opened and you have are just locked.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I know which one you mean. Yeah, that was when the store was down, right?
And then they fixed the bug that prevented a heroic Valimir from counting towards the blinded by the light daily challenge.
Yes.
Huh.
So there's this daily challenge in which you have to hunt him, and it didn't quite work out because you wouldn't get points for it.
That's nice. I don't see how that's gonna help any of us if it. Oh Jesus! I keep opening the wrong window.
It's definitely a good fix because now at least you can get your 10 stars. Right now of all times, daily quests and weekly quests should just work.
Yeah. And what do you know? Known issues. Behemoths may occasionally walk and move in irregular patterns. Fix this by slaying them. I think we know already, Phoenix Labs.
As always, yeah. All right, so I want to go over the QA real quick.
Let's go over
pick
that
out some of the more interesting ones.
Yeah, let's see here.
Because there's a lot of questions and a lot of them are answered by "we don't know yet" or "we'll get to it." And I've read all of them, so I can sort of point out which ones are. More
which
notes.
one?
I sent you a link, didn't I?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, but which?
Okay. So my personal favorite, which is of course my own question.
Oh God, let me find it.
Is yes. So the new headpiece, which is the one with the bells, right? It will make the sound in one of the upcoming patches. It will get a sound attached to it, and you can walk around, and it will make the stupid bells ring. That is like super important. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
One of the things they actually did mention a lot, and that was asked a lot, is Dauntless going to get more challenge added to it? Or is there going to be something past Heroic? Is there going to be something past Millstorm? And it was brought up a lot, and it was asked like 5 times. And the answer to this question is basically yes, there will be eventually. But they first want to really sort of smooth out the current progression curve and make sure that actually makes a little more sense to newer players, so that new players don't sort of stumble upon Millstorm and then progress through it and immediately sort of hit the next brick, right, to crash into.
Yeah, I see.
So that was something that was discussed a lot. Camera zoom is something that's been mentioned a few times, right? It's something they want to do potentially, but they're still looking into if they actually want to add camera zoom or just look at different ways of presenting bigger behemoths such as Frostback.
Oh, I like this here. A question from Derek BP. Will you add a phoenix as an interactional pet like the dog is and put him next to Katerin? I would love a pet phoenix.
Yes, exactly.
Jesus, give me this Phoenix Labs.
We will, according.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
So, transmog stones are actually getting a revisit from the team.
Ooh.
So we may start seeing changes at some point. Not soon, because it's in the future, so we don't get your hopes up right away. But it means that at least there's hope for them to potentially become something that we want.
Yeah.
Instead of the crap that they are now, because honestly, nobody likes them. And yeah, one of the things they also want to do is increase the amount of lore that we're getting in the game.
Yeah.
So right now, a lot of the lore is out of game, right? You can find it on the website, but they want to see if they can get some more in the game. And the reason why they're no longer doing the lore in the quests like they used to is because the quest system will get a complete rework. So we may actually start seeing some completely new systems in there. How soon that will be here, we don't know.
That's gonna be good.
But we're gonna see that when it appears.
Perfect. And let's see. Danny also came with questions. Will we be seeing interesting frequency of patches? Oh, there will be a delay. There will be a delay.
It's been confirmed.
There'll be a delay. There'll be delayed patches over the holiday.
Oh yes.
Damn it.
Are you surprised?
No. Phoenix Labs are humans, even though they do seem
Exactly.
like super geniuses. But they are humans, so we shouldn't expect that much. We should expect them to
Exactly.
have fun.
Yeah. So one of the things that was also sort of brought up is the bugs, right? And sort of how they're dealing with them. One of the things they're doing is they're fixing a lot of bugs behind the scenes that we actually haven't noticed yet, and then they're not mentioning them because we haven't encountered them. So the known bugs list that we have on the forums really only functions for the community to sort of show us, oh, these are the bugs that we're frequently reporting, that we're frequently encountering. So they're still looking into those, but they may have some more sort of longer lists on their end with higher priority bugs that need fixing. And one of the things they also said, which I find interesting, is the 90% failure rate on behemoths. So way back during alpha, right?
Yeah.
They mentioned that they wanted to have a 90% failure rate on some behemoths in the game, and that was really sort of one of their pillars, one of their goals that they wanted to work towards.
Yeah.
So they've come back on their statement, and they basically said that they do not want all behemoths to have this 90% failure rate. Instead, they do aim to add a challenge later in the game, and they're fully aware that that is not there right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not currently sort of the all being goal that they are pursuing anymore. So that's kind of a shame, but it also confirms something we already knew, right?
Yeah, it does. It's gonna be a good thing.
Let's see. They had some other stuff. So stars will likely not be awarded from hunts.
God.
Yes, exactly. This is something that's been brought up quite a lot as well by sort of the more active community members. And the reason for this is they did some tests, and apparently, if they do, we'll start grinding these stars really badly, and it will sort of make hunts less fun for players that often slay behemoths.
Yeah.
So instead, they decided to just make it sort of more of a quest thing, right? Even though that is not the perfect solution, it's apparently better than what we want. Basically, what we want is not what we actually want. Is what
Yeah,
basically comes
we're
down
not
to.
getting what we want.
Exactly, and it's not going to be there either. One of the things they also said is they don't think they'll be making any changes to the current pass, but it may change for the future.
To be honest, I was not a strong believer in the idea of the hunting pass. I did not like the idea when I first heard about it.
Oh,
But
you
I've
did
grown.
not?
No, I feel like we're turning into Fortnite, and like Rocket League and all of it. I feel like Dauntless should be has its own thing. But after I saw it go live and I saw the things. I said, "Hell yeah, let's go."
Okay, yeah. I personally, okay, so I feel sort of mixed about this because there's you're definitely right about the Fortniteization of Dauntless, right? If you just have to go look at the main page, look at the 4 characters that are there, and then the most left and right characters are clearly more Fortnite-ish than they are Dauntless.
Yeah.
Um, so that's definitely something that's been happening to Dauntless as of late. However, I think the Hunt Pass itself is just a fancy system. So like any good developer should just steal this and implement this in their game if they can, because it's cool.
Microtransactions.
Yeah, exactly. If,
It's
if you're
also
gonna
good.
do free to
Yeah.
play, this is a good way of doing it.
It's not
I
like
quite
I'm not supporting the devs. I bought this this limited edition statue. Pre-ordered it, so I'm out of $300. So
okay.
my wallet hurts and it's trying to eat me.
So one of the things they are also looking into is the tragic echo and prismatic grace bugs, in which you would sort of die and then you would revive, but you wouldn't quite revive, and now you couldn't even use your self revive anymore, and you would just basically immediately fill your hunt. So far they have sort of the plans are to look at those and acidic and overpower bugs at the same time in one go. and then bring them out with one of the bigger combat updates.
Yeah.
So it won't be here anytime soon, but it is definitely in the works. And once it's there, they'll sort of properly fix it, and we won't ever have the issues with them again.
I see.
Talking about combat though, loadout systems. So loadouts and note systems, so something we can buy with notes, is in the works, but there's nothing to announce for them yet.
Yeah.
One thing they did promise is we'll be getting all the leaks once they can. So once there is something to leak, we'll hear about it.
Perfect.
And yeah, that is about all the questions we had on the forums.
Do we have any more anywhere? Do we have any some on Discord or something?
Reddit actually had a bunch of
Reddit
them.
had a bunch. Let's check out Reddit.
Sure.
Let's open up Reddit. Let's see what we have here. I'm really active on Reddit. I've not been these past few days. Oh, there's a charity event, everyone. Remember to go and check that out. It's gonna be good. I got a message here from Bun.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them, to be honest.
Oh, you get a Twitch flare if you go in and donate. And a Saint Jude flare.
Yes, you get multiple
Well,
things,
that's actually a
depending
nice.
on how much you donate.
That's a sad flare. I'm actually a bit sad. It's not that it's sad that it's not good, but it's just that the picture is so oh shit, it's so emotional when you think about what St. Jude stands for and what they try. Like I'm actually thinking about. I've been thinking a lot about like going in and donating a few bucks or something. Just every penny counts here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
I've already.
It's just one of these things where I feel like the gaming community as a whole can sort of come together and do something good.
We are like the gaming community are so powerful. Like when people don't like think about this, but the whole internet is probably the most powerful weapon in the world because we can be really what the fuck. We can combine and like be this one entity and we can solve stuff. It like literally. I've read like a lot of like threads on Reddit about a lot of things, but I heard about research being done via like the internet, where I don't know who it was. It was like a university that put out a game for people to solve to make protein and find some cures for some diseases. And actually, the internet was, I think it was 7 times faster to solve this problem than an average person that had studied this field for so long, because we are simply this powerful and we can move. You heard the phrase we can move mountains. Literally, the internet can move mountains. We are this powerful.
Well, there's just a lot of people on the internet. That's
also that
how I think works.
Like like unsolved police cases, we've all already solved those.
Yes, definitely. There's enough posts going around.
Yeah, we still haven't found Jack the Ripper though. I think I actually don't know if we did.
I'm not sure either.
Oh no, we didn't.
Alright, so I've sent you the link if you haven't found it yet. So one of the things they also mentioned in here is that basically the question is, how are Valamir and Ritstalker designed? Are they made to be sort of this pre-Shroud Rezakiri fight that will sort of prepare you to properly fight them? And yes, the answer is yes. They're made so that you can have a Umbral and a Radiant weapon before you actually go into those fights, so that you can do some proper damage, which is nice.
That's actually good. Oh wait, is there still a Q&A?
Yes.
Is it still open?
I think it is. Yes.
Perfect.
I think it's 2 days.
I'm gonna post this question. Actually, I've been waiting for an answer. And this is a thing I've been theorizing about this. If you've been on Reddit before, I've been theorizing that if you look at the Valamir, it looks more like a parasite than a behemoth. And what I mean, if you look at the Valamir, you see underneath the black things that emit the radiant, you'll see this fragile, meaty thing that could actually just be the original behemoth, but since the parasite here, the Valamir as we call it now, took over the host, it became the Valamir, and it's actually just using its power to use like it's using the host's power to use radiant power, which is what my theory has always been since the meteors we saw fell on the ground, because it looks a lot more like a seed or an egg than it would look like anything else. But now we just got confirmation today in the patch notes that it says it's a satellite, which could be that these parasites scouted out the Shattered Isles before coming down and started trying to invade or land and trying to kill everyone. And
okay, yeah, no, that's an interesting way of thinking about it. I'd be interested to see where that actually ends. I'm not sure. It could be. There's definitely some evidence which points to the satellites going off on their own, right? Because you could find them in these meteorites. So it'd be interesting to see what it turns out to be. But then the question is really, what is Valamir? Is he like the host, or is he corrupted himself? We don't know.
I just posted my question now. But let's hope and see if we can get an answer on that. That's gonna be
yes,
good.
Exactly. One of the interesting things also here is like somebody's asking about the statistics. Basically, he just wants to get some more statistics visible to him.
Oh, yeah, like how many behemoths you've killed, how many break parts or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So apparently there's a system in the works which is well on its way to making its way towards us, and they're tracking a lot of data. So while we won't be getting everything at once, we should be finding our way into such a system relatively soon, which is nice, because that means we finally get to see some of the data we've been wanting to see for ages.
Yeah, I see.
And they've also been figuring out the new patcher, because there've been basically a lot of questions are, hey, you're going to the Epic Store, that's awesome. Are you going to stop using your own patcher? And they don't know. They're still figuring out what they're going to do.
Yeah, I'm also going to wonder if there's going to be crossplay between two platforms. I really
yes,
hope
there is.
There is.
There is. That's been confirmed. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep, there will be crossplay. The real question will be what this means for mobile once it comes out, because that is also.
Are we actually going to have mobile Dauntless?
Yes, we are.
I'm not going to listen in class anymore.
The real question there is, will mobile be able to play along with us? It'd be interesting to see if the answer to that is yes, because if it is, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, it is. I actually think the servers are going to come up here soon, guys, so if you are waiting for the servers to come up, be sure to get ready, because it was approximately 90 minutes, and that is nearly 1.5 hours ago. So
yep.
The servers will be up soon, so get ready for that. Unfortunately, I don't think we will cover anything in game, since most of the things that have been added are minors stuff, so we are.
Yep.
Yeah. But we will. Go on.
Let's see. Well, I was looking at one of the other answers they had over here, which somebody's asking, like, hey, can we expect some more beams for December? And the answer is no.
Somewhat?
This is it. More behemoths for December.
No.
The answer is no. This is it. Valamir is the new behemoth. Go wreck him first, and then next month there may be a new one. They're also looking to see if they can expand their social systems, but that's currently in the design stage, which means it's still very early. So don't expect anything there soon, but they are looking into it, which is good to hear. And they also mentioned that if there's any sort of need from our side for the old goodies, right, from Frostfall and from the Dark Harvest, right, there was a bunch of emotes and that sort of stuff that you could get in the first season that you can no longer get now.
Perfect.
They're in the vault. But if we make enough requests, we may just bash the door and get them anyway.
No.
Yes, that is what's being said.
I really want to get the unseen arrival emote. I'm pissed I didn't get it. Also, there's a thing that if you got the unseen garb and all the things, you got the set, and then you got another set from a code I did from the Twitch Kittens. I have duplicate. I have 2 on me, and it's gonna be it's actually really annoying, because I have 2 unseen titles, because I am the unseen master. But it's just an annoying thing. It would be better if I could actually See, this is where I think the trading system would be nice if you could trade purchased items.
Ooh, I don't know. I'm very cautious with
Yeah,
trading in this
yeah.
game.
But I mean, only duplicates. If you have a duplicate, you should be able to give it away because it's annoying for me to have two.
I would say they just should give you some plats for your duplicate and then remove
Yeah.
it. Because honestly,
Yeah.
it just bothers everybody having it. I have like 5 times the same banner. It's super annoying.
Yeah, I see.
But I have some more stuff for you, which is, let me
Ooh.
see. For instance, one of the questions is, do the break part silver star drops have a cap? And the answer is no. So apparently
Pretty
there's
straightforward.
no cap. Yes.
Wait, there's
well,
no
the actual
cap
answer
for drop?
there is no silver star cap for behemoth break parts per day.
Ooh.
Which may imply that it is per week, right? It's not saying that it's impossible.
No,
But
it's
at the
not.
same time, it also seems like a pretty hard no. There's just no
Yeah.
cap. You can just grind whatever you want.
Go ahead,
And
man.
I feel like people have been talking about this, like there is a cap. They felt like there was. So it's super good to hear that that's actually just debunked. It's not true. There's no cap. You can just grind.
It's perfect, actually. It's gonna be you're gonna be able to reach that 50 mark very faster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and of course there's no more wipes. Somebody actually bothered asking that. Yeah, there won't be. There was also a question for new weapons. The answer is not anytime soon.
Damn it! I really wanted that shield. And if you
Yes,
couldn't hear that, that's
sadly,
sarcasm.
no. No, there's. I think their plan is to first update the current weapons they have, and then sort of
balance
start
them
adding
out.
new ones. Exactly, because there's a lot of
I don't
weapons that
even
just
know.
needs a little bit
Like,
of love.
what weapon would be the next one, though?
I have no clue. I can't.
Like, what if we had to come with one guess? What should the next weapon be? What do you want as the next weapon?
I'm tempted to say it's gonna be a defensive weapon.
Ooh, yeah, it
Um,
could be possible, but wouldn't that? I feel like Dauntless isn't the game that is like tactical that you would have to have that unless they added Behemoth where it would be easier for you to have a shielded weapon.
Well, let's say you have a shield like guy, right? Valamir would be a lot easier with that. You
Yeah.
could just sort of open up a window for your slayers to go through and slay a behemoth. So yeah, I can definitely see.
I could
some
also see there being an interrupt with that. If a behemoth is charging, if you think of the Embermane,
Yeah,
and it's running towards you, and then you could be able to bash it away with the shield because it's hitting a bolt surface.
exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. That would be my guess. And there's also a point on the roadmap. So that's been completely out of date for a while
Oh
now.
yeah, the roadmap, Jesus.
Exactly. So
I still
around
go there
next
every
year-
day.
Exactly. Basically, new year will be a new roadmap, and we'll have
New
to
year, new me.
have a better future to look forward to. But it won't be updated up until that point, which makes sense. I mean, anything they release right now would just be 1 month extra away, so they can just take their time. Pets, well, pets are still something they're thinking about because everybody keeps mentioning them. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's just cosmetic, they're gonna make money with this. So
Yeah.
they'll
Either way,
advertise-
we're gonna support the devs. I at this point I've used too much money on Dauntless anyway, so I'm just going forward and saying fuck this. I'm all my cash.
Yeah.
Shut up and take my money.
I also like this question. Are there any new hairstyles / beards planned
Oh.
in the work currently?
Yes.
And the answer is, and I literally quote, yes. Yes.
Jesus
yes,
Christ,
they are.
who answered
That's
that?
it. Shay answered that.
Shay answered
It's
that.
just
Yes.
So yes,
Someone-
exactly.
Jesus Christ.
There will be more.
Someone meme that.
And there's like a third layer of dice that is
Mm.
being talked about in the studio. So we may get it, but they're not sure. The next weapon rework, that's a secret. We're not allowed to know. So okay. Well, bummer.
Damn it.
And yeah. Weapon balance is of course always on there.
To be honest,
things-
if there's a one weapon I want in Dauntless at the moment, that would
Mhm.
be Gauntlets. Like gauntlets.
Hmm.
You know,
That's also a good one. Yeah.
it would be fun. It would be more like centered like this, like the chain blades. It would have more speed than power, but it would have. If you go on the Dauntless like site, you'll see the stats thing they have for that, for speed and things for the build for each weapon. I feel like it would be perfectly fit in there because it would be more of it would be like a hard thing to use. Its difficulty would probably be like top. Its power would be like mid tier, and then it would have like probably a good amount of speed. So you would be able to be really agile and still fast hitting, but you would also be able to deal that good amount of damage. So you would still be useful. Like it would be perfect because you could like jump around and then you could just fucking uppercut it, like fucking mega punch that shit out of that Gnasher, and boom, and that would be perfect. Like that would be my dream weapon.
I think it would work nicely with the air combat system, right? That they've discussed, where they want to sort of have this airborne combat option in there at some point.
Angel
but
Dawn,
I think that's very far in the future right now.
Yeah.
Because I first need to balance the ground combat, so don't adding another layer seems like a good plan.
Yeah, it does. We really hope this is gonna be, when that air update comes out, they're gonna add that the gauntlets would just perfectly fit in. They were like,
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Well, I would like to see them at some point because I see them discussed a lot, and they sound like a different playstyle, right? A lot more directly aggressive. As opposed to sword and chain blades, which are a lot more sort of passive and about avoiding stuff. I feel like they would be way more about being in the face of behemoth and in face of danger, right? So that'll be interesting.
It would.
Let's see. I have another question here, which is a good one. Which is also about adding more quests and more endgame content. But the answer is the interesting part here, which is we talk about the endgame of Dauntless every day in the studio. There will be 100% more quests and endgame content in the future.
I feel like Dauntless will never end.
Which is to say that it's not completely impossible, right?
I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Just to let everyone know, the servers are actually all operational now. I don't know how long.
Okay.
They all became operational.
In that case, open the floodgates. Go for it.
Open the floodgates.
Well, on your airship. It's probably in Dauntless.
I actually didn't download the patch.
I did.
Oh.